welcome to my channel. My name is Pete. You're watching Pete J. Cooper the Model Builder, and thank you for joining me again. And we're doing the Lancia Stratos La Regina d'Ariely. And I've done a little bit of a change up with lights by accident, and it seems to be very good because dark in the background, light in front. So we've got quite a few packs of the Lancia Stratos in because Centauria is catching me up with where they are at the moment, and I think they're around about stage magazine number 40 or something like that, and I've got a lot of them in. I don't know by heart, and there's some more on their way as well. I've been charged for them, so let's get straight into this beautiful build by Centauria. And we're working on the engine, and don't know if you see that on the side camera, we've got the chassis in and parts. So the first two parts are engine, and the second two parts that we'll be doing are the chassis. So let's get straight into it. I've got stage number 13 right here. And with this pack, be careful when you take it out because there's a spring in there as well, and you don't want to lose that. We're getting this one out, plus that little tiny thing, and as I don't know, you can hardly see it, but there's a D-shaped lug there, hole there, and a D-shaped pin as well. So we're going to put those together. But we need to do that the proper way. There we go. As you can see, it's on there like that. Then we're going to take that one out, and it's going on that one. But as you can see, there are two different types of lugs. A very large one and a smaller one. And as you saw that going, it is pretty tight, as you can see right there. Okay, we're getting the engine back in. If you remember, this is where we were. There's a bit of a gap there. We'll see what we can do around that. So it needs to be like that, and just line it up with the two screw holes and the two holes that we have there. Pins, I should say, screw pins. And we're putting top is a CM. That's two different types of screws, so be careful, guys. Top is a CM, the lower one is AP. Well, there you go, AP, CM. We're taking it like that and putting that on like so. And that stays in pretty good either as well. So we're getting that one out. And if you look at that side, there are two holes there where we can put that on. And yeah, I think this is it the way. Like so. Then we've got that little spring right here. And don't lose sight of it, guys. We're going to thread it through that hole. Both sides the same, yeah. Thread it through that hole there. We're going to get that black thing out. Thread that through that hole as well. And put it on, pushing it down. So you need to make sure that your orientation of how you put this black part onto the spring properly, because you need to push it in a certain way. And as you can see right there, you need to push it in like so. Okay, then you saw it as well, guys. What else? That is superb. Okay, and this should be on this side like so. We're starting with an AP there, or we're putting in an AP there. So we've put an AP there, and we're going to put an AP in there as well. But we do need a long screwdriver for that. Carefully pushing it in and screwing it in. There we go. I think that is doing fine. So we've got an AP in there and an AP in there. Then C is putting that one on with that pin that we have there, right there, and the rest is quite self-explanatory. And we put an AP in there. Okay, I've got it right like that. So that is on the lower part of the engine, and the pins are quite obvious. Oh well, as you may be able to see there, there's a large pin and a small pin, and of course, accordingly, a large hole and a big hole and a small hole. And we've been working on this side, all of it, and we've put that spring in. And this spring isn't that hard; it's quite loose at the moment, but I've done some springs on other cars that were pretty darn bad. Okay, that's number 13 done. Okay, these are the parts for this stage, and we've got a spring in here, so I'm going to leave that in. And let's turn that around, because we're starting with that. And that is what we have then. So we've got that one and that one. We push them together. They are very tiny. I'm sorry, you probably can hardly see it. We're putting it on this side of the engine, right there. With the top top hole being the screw hole, which is an AP. Then we take that one out, put it into that point to that point. Okay, there we go. So from that point all the way to that hole there. You need to do a bit of push and shoving. Then we're going to get that second plate out. And let's see which one we are supposed to get, or are they both the same? They're the same. Like so, and we put that flange screw, the RP, in there. And we need to make 2 of those. We can't make 2 of those. There's only 1 of those plates, so we're going to turn over to this one, and the one we've just made goes in. Okay, we need to return that a bit, because that screw is the fit over. As you can see right there, that screw has been pushed in onto the side there. So we're doing that with the other one as well, minding that we don't screw that in all the way, making sure we keep a gap that is as large as that wall there. Then we take that one out and we put it on like so. And we're putting a lot of APs in there. That looks a lot better, guys. That is still loose and that is hardly loose, but that's fine. Okay, I had my breakfast, guys. And I need to correct something, because we put this little thing on, but we had a little spring that I did not put on. So let's take that off again and put that spring on. This is all still stage 14, magazine number 14. Okay, we're going to put those on, and we're going to start on this side because that's the easiest side to put it on. And all of them are in like with that. Oh, with that point down. So, like so. Location pins and corresponding holes on the point that we put that on, so that makes it quite easy. And these are all AP screws. I'm going to put them all in and I will be back with you. So we've got them on this side and on that side, and that is that done for stage 14. We're still doing the Lancia Stratos. I think it goes right there, that golden thingy. Right there, like that. We've got that, which is plastic, and I think, yep, it goes on like so. If I look at that picture, I'm all right with that. That's good. And that was the quick stage 15. 16. These are the parts. It's all to do with what we are putting onto the chassis. Let's get that out here. And let's see. Yeah, that's good. That is right and that's left, but if you turn it upside down, it's the other way around, of course. We're getting those out. We're going to this side. Okay, oh, that golden thing came out. Oh, all of a sudden it's in. I'll put that back in with a little bit of glue. Here we go. Both of them in. We're putting an AP on the other side. So let's get that AP out. Okay, those are both in. And then those. There we go. These are both in. Then we're going to the other side. This one. And with that down, I think it's that one. These are going to go on like so. And Let's see, with that to the front, I think, yeah. And then the CM's in. Okay, and I think, and I was wrong, because we're going a little bit more, because we're putting the engine on those 4 points. With, sorry guys, I put the engine in like so, with that to the front. And we're going to put CP screws on from underneath. And the last screw, which is the last screw in this stage as well. And as you can see, that stays in. And that is the build to this point. Well, that was that. Wasn't that hard of a build at this point. We finished off the engine, or at least I think we finished off the engine. We put it onto the chassis. As you see on the side camera there, that's the car at this point. We've got a bit of other stuff as well, which is the front of the car we have from the previous stages. But that was that for this time, guys. Please have a look at my channel, Pete J. Cooper the Model Builder. Just type in at Pete J. Cooper the Model Builder and you'll come to my channel. Please like, subscribe, and pass it on, and do have a look at the other videos I make as well. There are a lot of really nice ones there. But thank you for this one, and I hope to see you next time. Thank you very much. Bye bye.